Welcome to the French Drain Man channel. I'm Robert Sherwood, your host, and we've had a lot of people asking questions about the vacuum excavator that we're using. I wanted to go more in detail to answer these questions. This is a pretty good pothole to show you because there's so many things that's thrown at us. We're right by the electrical boxes, so everything just webs out from these electrical boxes. We have AT&T, fiber optics, Comcast. I mean, the list is long. Communications of all kinds. We got the electric, we got power. Natural gas even goes up this side of the house as well. So it was just one landmine after another. We had to power wash. That's kind of layman's term. You blast the soil with water, high pressure water, and then the vacuum excavator just sucks it right up. It exposes all the tree roots and all the utilities. And without a tool like this, it would be impossible to make a pothole like we're making here. We had to go pretty deep here. We had to go about 5 feet deep because we're going to tie into a culvert. I'll show you the manhole that we went in and we ran and tracked the culvert. It went right under this big maple tree, and all these roots are in this front yard. Again, this was just a really, tough pothole, probably, one of the worst you can expect. It just threw everything at us. Not only was there utilities everywhere, roots everywhere, there also was the perfect size cobble rocks that like to get just stuck in the vacuum excavator. And the tube is super easy. You reverse it, you reverse the pressure, and just blow the stone right out of the tube. So it's really sweet. They have this thing streamlined. So if this is new to you, if you're a contractor who's never used a vacuum excavator, has no knowledge of a vacuum excavator, I'm going to just catch you up right now. They've been around for a long time. And Ditch Witch has been just way out in front of everybody. This thing is streamlined. They got this to where it dumps like a dump truck now. So when you swing the back door open and you dump all this dirt, I mean, it's so easy. It makes it so much cleaner and nicer. It's a beautiful piece of equipment. When you roll up with this piece of equipment, it speaks volumes of your company. Just beautiful in appearance, and it just saves you thousands and thousands of dollars. If you are a contractor where you hit utilities that hurt your pocketbook, you know what I'm talking about. You want the job so bad that you're willing to risk it, but the day it happens, you're, $6, $8, $10, $12,000 out just like that over one strike. I mean, you hit a main and you cut through that main. Yeah, they're gonna send you a very, very big bill because they send out, 4 trucks, a backhoe, even though half the time they do not need it. It's just one of those things. That's how they do it, and they pass all the cost on to the contractor. The risk is all ours. So if Miss Dig, in Michigan, we have a 1-800 number, or a Miss Dig number, if you will. That's what it's called here in Michigan. And if they mismark it and you hit a line, you have to have pictures and video, and you got to prove yourself innocent. That, look, we were hand digging where the markings were, and where the markings weren't is where the main was, and I speak from experience. Actually, I'm dealing with one of these situations right now. So I love this piece of equipment. This piece of equipment is going to just save you a lot of money in the long run and a lot of headaches. So let's talk about, some of the advantages and disadvantages to gas and diesel. So the diesel is more money, quite a bit more money. What I like about the gas motor, they make as much power and they do the same job. And instead of all that emissions that the diesels come with, where you can't even work on them, you always have to take it in. I like the gas power because, one, it's going to save you about 10 grand. Two, I can work on it. So this is one of those pieces of equipment where it doesn't pay to go with the diesel, in my opinion. That's just my opinion. I would just as soon go with the gas power, save the 10 grand, and still have the same tool that I need to locate, utilities, to unearth utilities, so that we can run our drainage systems. Without this tool, this drainage system would not have gotten done. There is no other way this job would have got done. There was no place to take this drainage system. There was none. I had to tie into the culvert, and with a tree growing over the culvert and the manhole cover in the middle of the driveway, which I'll show you that before this video is up, it was just one of those jobs where if you didn't have a tool like this, you had to just pass on it. It wasn't worth it, at least in my opinion. There's no way I was going to send my guys in an area where there's all these tree roots and they're going to have to be swinging an axe to cut through all these roots. No way. If we were just going to use a regular excavator and the guys would be swinging the axe, cutting the roots, or using the machine to cut the roots, there's just too much liability here. We're working around all the communication lines, high power. We have the main for the electric line, and then there's a gas line that comes through here. So we can expose those so that we can tell them apart from the roots. Now, this tool, you can see how well it actually works. You would think that we made this trench with a regular, track hoe, a regular excavator. Look at that trench. I mean, that's beautiful. And, we had to do some tracking. We had our utility tracker out. And again, there you go, right there. There's the culvert. We just exposed it. We just had, unearthed it. So, bang, found money right there, baby. That's what we're tying into. That's how I'm draining the system. And just like that, we didn't cut a wire. We didn't have any issues. All right, everybody. Until that next video.